Every morning, millions of people wake up, hit snooze, and already feel behind before the day has even started. Maybe that sounds familiar. You wake up tired, check your phone, rush through breakfast, and leave the house stressed before the day even begins. But here's the truth. The way you spend your mornings determines how you spend your life. The most successful people in the world, entrepreneurs, billionaires, athletes, leaders, all share one secret. They don't leave their mornings to chance. Instead, they've built a simple but powerful routine, a system that programs their mind, body, and energy for success before the rest of the world is awake. And the best part? You don't need millions of dollars or endless free time to get the same results. What you need is structure, clarity, and a plan that sharpens your focus and strengthens your resilience. In this video, I'll walk you through a proven morning routine, step by step, that will transform your focus, boost your productivity, and build the discipline to unlock your best self. Stay with me, because by the end you'll have a clear blueprint for mornings that create lasting success. So if you're ready to stop hitting snooze on your potential, subscribe for more self-development content, and let me know in the comments where you're watching from. One of the simplest yet most powerful changes you can make in your life starts the moment your alarm rings. Most people wake up tired, hit snooze, and tell themselves, just 5 more minutes. But here's the problem. Those 5 minutes don't make you more rested. In fact, hitting snooze actually makes you groggier, lowers your energy, and steals valuable time from your morning. Every time you snooze, you're training your brain to delay action, and that habit can carry into the rest of your day. Instead, imagine what happens when you reclaim that time. Waking up just 30 to 60 minutes earlier doesn't just give you more hours in the day, it gives you control. Early mornings are distraction-free. No emails, no calls, no social media notifications demanding your attention. It's the quietest part of the day, and the perfect time to focus on yourself before the world starts pulling you in every direction. Here's a practical tip. Place your phone or alarm clock across the room. That way, when the alarm rings, you have no choice but to get up and move. This small trick makes it harder to slip back into sleep and easier to start your day with momentum. Successful people, from entrepreneurs to athletes to leaders, understand this. They don't let the day control them. They take charge from the very first moment. By waking up earlier and resisting the snooze button, you're not just gaining time. You're setting the tone for discipline, focus, and energy throughout the rest of your day. Remember, how you start your morning is how you shape your life. Build the habit of getting up with purpose, and you'll notice over time that your productivity, your mindset, and even your confidence begin to transform. The very first thing your body needs in the morning isn't coffee, it's water. When you wake up, you've gone an entire night, anywhere from 6 to 8 hours, without a single sip of hydration. During that time, your body is still working, repairing muscles, processing memories, and regulating vital functions. By the time morning comes, you're essentially running on empty. That's why so many people wake up groggy, sluggish, and reaching for caffeine just to feel alive. But here's the truth. Before your first cup of coffee, what your brain and body are actually craving is water. Drinking a full glass right after waking up rehydrates your system, flushes out toxins, and kickstarts your metabolism. It's like hitting the reset button. You'll notice your energy levels climb almost instantly, your focus sharpens, and your mood improves. Science shows that even mild dehydration can impair memory, decision-making, and concentration. So imagine the unfair advantage you give yourself by starting the day fully hydrated. Once you've hydrated, it's time to move your body. And no, you don't need to hit the gym for an intense 90-minute workout. Just 5 to 10 minutes of movement can completely change how you feel. Simple activities like stretching, yoga, push-ups, squats, or even walking around your room can get your blood flowing and your muscles activated. This increases oxygen circulation, reduces stiffness, and triggers the release of endorphins, those natural chemicals that boost your mood and motivation. Think of it this way. Hydration fuels your body from the inside, and movement powers it from the outside. Together, they act like a jumpstart for your system, waking up your energy, focus, and drive before the world even gets a chance to distract you. If you struggle with consistency, here's a tip. Place a bottle of water next to your bed at night, so it's the first thing you see in the morning. Then, set aside a tiny movement ritual, maybe 10 push-ups, a few stretches, or a short walk while listening to music. You'll be surprised at how quickly this simple practice turns into a habit. Over time, This step becomes more than just a morning ritual. It becomes your personal ignition switch. Hydrating and moving first thing in the morning doesn't just wake you up. It sets the tone for sharper focus, sustained energy, and greater productivity throughout your entire day. After you hydrate and get your body moving, you've successfully jump-started your physical energy for the day. But energy on its own isn't enough. If your body is ready but your mind is scattered, you'll still feel unproductive and stressed. That's why the next step is just as important: resetting your mindset. Your mind is your greatest tool, and it needs direction every morning. Most people roll out of bed and immediately fill their brain with noise, scrolling social media, checking emails, or stressing over problems before they've even had a chance to breathe. That reactive approach creates mental clutter and robs you of clarity. Instead, by taking just a few intentional minutes to reset your mindset, you set the tone for the entire day ahead. One powerful way to do this is through journaling. Write down your thoughts, your top goals, or even the challenges you're facing. Putting them on paper clears space in your head and makes it easier to see patterns and solutions. Another simple but highly effective option is gratitude practice. Take a notebook and list 3 things you're thankful for. It could be as simple as the meal you had last night, the roof over your head, or a supportive friend. Gratitude shifts your focus from what's missing to what's already working, rewiring your brain toward positivity and resilience. And if writing isn't your thing, mindful breathing or meditation can work wonders. Just 2 minutes of deep, intentional breathing calms your nervous system, lowers stress, and helps sharpen your focus. You don't need special equipment, fancy apps, or even a lot of time, just your breath and a willingness to be present. The beauty of this step is that it doesn't take long. 2 to 5 minutes is enough to completely reset your mental state and put you in control of your day. Pairing this with a physical boost from hydration and movement means you're aligning both your body and your mind for maximum performance. When your energy is high and your thoughts are clear, you're no longer reacting to life, you're leading it with intention. Once you've calmed your mind, reduced stress, and set your intention with gratitude, journaling, or meditation, you've created the perfect mental space. Your body is awake, your energy is flowing, and your mind is steady. Now it's time to take advantage of that clarity by feeding your mind with something valuable. What you put into your brain each morning is just as important as what you put into your body. Too many people waste these quiet, golden minutes scrolling social media, getting lost in negative news, or consuming random entertainment. The problem is, your first inputs of the day shape how you think, feel, and respond for the rest of it. If you want to grow, you need to be intentional about what you're consuming. That's why spending just 10 to 15 minutes on personal growth content can change the trajectory of your life. Read a few pages of a book that inspires you. Listen to a podcast that teaches you a new skill. Watch or listen to content that challenges your perspective and expands your knowledge. It doesn't need to be hours. Consistency is what matters. Think of knowledge like money. It compounds. Every small daily deposit of learning builds over time into something powerful. Within a few weeks, you'll notice new ideas shaping your decisions. Within months, you'll think differently than the people around you. And within years, this habit alone can separate you from those who stay stuck in the same patterns. Feeding your mind isn't about memorizing facts or becoming an expert overnight. It's about growth, deliberately planting seeds of wisdom and insight every morning, so you're equipped to handle challenges, spot opportunities, and keep evolving. When you pair this with a strong mindset reset, you create a loop of clarity and growth that keeps you moving forward. By starting your day with the right input, you're not just consuming information, you're shaping the person you're becoming. After you've taken time to feed your mind with new knowledge and ideas, the next natural step is to put that clarity into action. Learning without application often fades, but when you take those insights and immediately shape your day around them, you create momentum. This is where planning comes in. Most people start their mornings reactive, checking emails, responding to messages, or jumping from one task to the next without a clear direction. That leads to stress, procrastination, and at the end of the day, frustration because nothing meaningful got done. Instead of filling your notebook or app with an endless to-do list that feels overwhelming, focus on what really matters. Ask yourself, what are the top 3 priorities that, if I completed them today, would make this day a success? Writing these down gives you a target to aim at and a filter for your decisions. It helps you avoid distractions disguised as urgent and keeps you anchored to what truly moves your life and goals forward. When you know your top 3, you stop wasting energy on trivial tasks and start directing your focus toward high-impact actions. It's a simple shift, but it transforms your day from chaotic to intentional. And here's the key: planning doesn't have to take more than 5 minutes. The act of writing those priorities makes you proactive instead of reactive. You're no longer letting the day control you, you're controlling the day. With your body energized, your mind fed, and your direction set, you've now built a foundation that puts you in control of both your time and your results. Finally, once you've set your priorities and prepared your mind for the day ahead, there's one last step that ties everything together: fuel your body. Because no matter how strong your vision is or how well you've planned, if your body isn't properly energized, you'll feel that dip, the foggy mind, the sluggish focus, the mid-morning crash that steals your productivity. Think about it this way: your body is the vehicle carrying you through every challenge, every opportunity, every success. You wouldn't try to drive a car without gas, and you wouldn't put the wrong fuel in a high-performance engine. Yet so many people start their mornings on coffee alone, or worse, skip breakfast entirely, leaving their bodies running on empty. But here's the truth: what you feed your body first thing in the morning sets the tone for your energy, mood, and focus for the entire day. And the best part? It doesn't need to be complicated. A quick, healthy breakfast, a smoothie loaded with fruits and protein, a warm bowl of oatmeal topped with nuts and seeds, or simply fresh fruits paired with eggs, is enough to provide steady fuel. The goal isn't to overcomplicate it or spend an hour cooking. The goal is consistency. Because consistent, healthy fuel tells your body, "I'm ready to perform." It's not just about preventing hunger, it's about giving your brain the clarity it needs to stay sharp and your body the stamina to push through challenges without burning out. Now when you step back and look at the full picture, you'll see how everything connects. You wake up early to claim your time. You hydrate and move to activate your system. You reset your mindset to find clarity. You feed your mind to keep growing. You plan your day to stay intentional. And you fuel your body to sustain it all. These 6 steps aren't random habits. They're a system, a blueprint that creates mornings of power, discipline, and focus. A system that separates days where you're just surviving from days where you're thriving. And the best part? You don't need to do all 6 steps perfectly from day 1. Start small. Choose one habit, maybe drinking water first thing, or writing down your top 3 priorities, and build from there. Stack these habits over time, and they'll begin to reinforce each other. Within a few weeks, you'll feel the difference in your energy, your focus, and even your confidence. Within a few months, other people will notice it too. That's the power of compounding, not just in wealth, but in self-development. Your morning shapes your day, and your day shapes your life. If you master your morning, you're mastering the foundation of success, resilience, and growth. And if this message resonated with you, do 2 things right now. Hit the like button and subscribe for more self-development strategies. Because every week, we bring you practical tools and inspiration designed to help you build resilience and live intentionally. Share this video with someone who needs a reset, and let me know in the comments, which of these 6 steps will you start with today? Remember, this is more than just a morning routine. This is about building discipline, building strength, and writing a new chapter in your story. Because at the end of the day, it's not the easy moments that define you, it's the habits you build when nobody's watching. It's the small, consistent choices that shape who you become. And together, we're here to create something lasting. We're here to build the stories that forge strength.